Lyme here. Now, I just wanted to actually bring this quick update to you guys about the actual Xbox One dashboard itself. Now, I'm actually in the alpha build. So there's probably going to be most of the stuff here that you're going to actually see is stuff you've already seen in somebody else's video. But I did have a request from somebody the other day asking if I could actually do a video on some of the changes that are actually in the current dashboard. So the most recent things, of course, obviously are Beam. We can actually stream Beam from our game now. You can't do it from this point here, but if you actually have a game and you are playing it, I'll just quickly go to this again. I have a video of it that I actually did the other day. But if you actually go ahead and load up the game, then you go to Beam and you can go ahead and broadcast your game. It'll come up as long as you have an account. I'm going to do this because it's not actually. Oh, everyone who's signed in must. Okay. Okay, it just says the fact that to broadcast gameplay, everyone who signed in must allow it in Xbox Live privacy settings. So we'll just try this again. Sometimes things don't go 100% smooth. So basically, the game has to load up first, and it probably just had that because the fact that I didn't allow the game to actually load correctly. So that's first thing. Like I said, you can actually broadcast it here. You can put your microphone on, your camera on. Now, I actually did that, pick up a Connect myself personally. You can have chat on, and you can actually move things around wherever you want. Move camera position, move the broadcast overlay to whatever position you want on the screen. I'm actually going to have another video out on broadcasting with Beam, just to go more in depth about actually using the Connect and why it's actually a better option to actually use Connect. So anyways, so some of the other things we'll actually just go back to the dashboard. So to get back to the dashboard now, you just basically press your big Xbox button at the top of your controller, and then you can just press A and A, and that takes you back home. Now it shows on there the actual game I was playing. It does say resume on there. And if you decide that you want to end that, you're done, finished playing that, you can actually go ahead. You can go back into resume, or you can actually go ahead and just go quit, and that's it. The game's closed. Some of the big things that are different this time with this update here are actual achievements. We'll just quickly go to that. Achievements themselves too, you're not going to actually see here. When we actually go onto you can actually see the leaderboard and stuff. So these are actually friends you have on your list, and you'll actually see here. This is February's leaderboard and January leaderboard. That's already done. 13 days left on this one. Or you can actually go switch to achievements. Now, the achievement tracker right here is not going to actually be able to be enabled unless you're actually in a game. So we'll actually just quickly launch this again. We'll go back over. We'll go to achievements. And now you'll actually see that I can click this on. What'll happen is that this one here, I had just highlighted. I was actually doing a video earlier, and for some reason my Elgato messed up and I had to redo it again. So you can actually go ahead and remove from favorites. But let's say you actually want to retrieve, or not retrieve, but actually track an achievement for yourself. So all you have to do is actually go ahead, pick your actual achievement. Excuse me. Pick your actual achievement. You can go ahead and add it to your favorites. So the other thing is to configure tracker the option where exactly you want it. So right here, it's exactly overhead. We can move it to the right, top, middle, whatever the case is. Now also on here, you can actually have up to 5 achievements that you're actually tracking. And then of course, you can have your transparency. You can decide if you want it to be super light on here, or if you actually want it to be nice and vibrant and stick right out. Basically, it just allows the background to show through more with transparency. When you click done, it's actually going to show you here that on the bottom, might be a bad spot to actually have that, just because of the fact that you can't see it. But if you look there, it actually says bare knuckle boxing. So I have one as my actual achievement that I'm actually tracking. Like I said, you can have up to 5. And then the thing is that it'll actually show up in the spot. And like I said, I probably put it in a bad spot, but to kick it back off, basically, you just go back to achievements again, and you go ahead and knock it off, and that's it. It's gone. So you can actually just go ahead, same thing again. Just press your Xbox button on the controller, and then just press A and A again to go back home. So it's fairly simple. Some of the other things is that your actual power now, they still actually have the power mode as for power saving and instant on. But the thing is now we have an option to do something different with actual updates. So we're just going to actually go into our settings here. Now, the font's a little bit messed up sometimes on certain things with the alpha build, but that's okay. We can still actually get around, and I'm sure that'll all be fixed by the time it actually is released to everybody else. So we'll actually just go to system. And of course, here it actually shows updates. So it's going to show you, it says check for updates. There's no console update available. and last console update status. But to the right here, is actually going to say keep my console up to date. So when this is enabled, your console, or your Xbox, I should say, will automatically apply any available console updates when you turn it off. So when you turn your console off, what it'll do is actually download the update and actually try and apply it to your console when you shut it off. So you hopefully what'll happen is that you won't have any more surprises where you turn it on and then, oh, guess what? I got an actual console update I have to actually do first before I can actually play. And of course, too, this on the side here. So when this is enabled, your games and apps, your Xbox will automatically apply background updates to your games and apps. So it's a good feature to have on. That way, when you're ready to play a game, you actually just get right into it. Like I said, this doesn't actually change much, except for the fact that you can actually have it so it'll actually download your updates and apply them when you're trying to turn your console off. It's not going to do much when your console is actually off. It's just the fact that there's an update actually available, then you'll actually be able to go ahead and it'll actually download it when your console turns off. Some of the other things are, let me see, the achievement tracker, that's already done. That other thing is finished there. The dashboard is actually fairly simple to get around. What you're going to have here, when you go to the guide, basically everything's going to be here. So you do have your guide right here. You're going to have your recent. These are your pins down here, which are fairly simple. There's nothing too hard there. You got your friends and clubs. We'll get into clubs in a second here. This is actually to start a party. And then, of course, this is your achievements again. Like I said, your achievement tracker. Because we don't have the game closed, we can actually still go ahead and turn this on and off. As soon as I go ahead and click on here and go ahead and quit that, then the achievement tracker is not going to work anymore. So if anybody actually has that issue where they're like, well, I just don't know why my achievement tracker is not coming on, it's because of the fact you're not into a game. So like I said, you can't actually go down and highlight it anymore because there aren't any achievements to actually go. There's so many achievements you wouldn't know what to keep track of anymore. So, what are some of the other things we could actually discuss here? Oh, we're gonna actually just talk about clubs. So, you do have over on the right hand side here too, my games and apps. Or let's say you are actually playing a game, you go there, and what's gonna happen is, like I said, we have recent here, and you actually go down, but it actually is in the top here too. So we have home, and then it says right there, my games and apps. So you actually go ahead, you click on your games. That'll bring you to that section of your games and apps. Show you absolutely everything else. Then we'll go back home again. Now, what we're gonna just quickly do here too is we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna move one over from the top here. So we're gonna go over to community, and this is actually clubs on Xbox. So you can actually go to clubs that way. So it's not too hard to find. It's fairly simple. Like I said, I find the guide a lot more smoother. It makes everything run a little bit faster, and it just seems to be working better a lot more ways. Now we actually do have Cortana too, so you can actually use voice command. You can say, "Hey Cortana," and it'll actually go ahead. I don't think I have anything enabled on my console right now for the moment. I think I have Cortana shut off actually, but you could actually say, "Hey Cortana," and then you could actually go ahead. And I'll probably do a video on that too. So that's the other thing with Cortana. Um, I think there was something else I'm just going to quickly discuss with you guys. Oh, that's the actual split controller. So there's something else you can do too. When you're playing a game with somebody, you can actually go ahead and get into a split controller. So we'll just go to all settings here for a second. And we'll go to ease of use, and you can actually go to your controller. And then, of course, there you have co-pilot settings. So combine the input from two controllers so that two people can play as one. So you actually can split your controller, and you can have where two people play at the same game at the same time, basically. So you can either make it so you're trying to help somebody, or you could actually make it so to turn things more fun and make it so the actual game gets more complicated because two of you are actually trying to play. Now, I think I actually had a couple of friends that were trying that out, and so far they actually enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun, but I will actually get into that later too. I might even have some gameplay possibly from that. But I just figured I'd actually go quickly give you guys this little quick update just about the fact that the power options for the update and the achievements, the tracker basically. And I think that's going to cover it for this one so far. And like I said, I will have more as time goes on here. And I will talk about more with Beam shortly here. I'm actually just doing a few different things for setups for me at the moment, but I'll actually have more stuff like that for you guys. And hope this video has actually helped anybody possibly here. Oh, that was the other thing too. I'll quickly just show here. For your achievements, you can actually show, if I actually missed it, when you show there, you switch to gamer score leaderboard. So what'll actually happen, like I said, I'm pretty sure I actually told you guys that's there, but it does show your friends and it tells you how much points they are actually ahead of you. I know I didn't discuss that with you. So it shows you this month so far has been sort of, leisure for me. I haven't actually been playing a lot of games. So it actually shows, 1425 ahead of me, 34.99 ahead of me. That's Carnage. You should actually go and follow him if you haven't. He's actually got an amazing gamer score. But like I said, so it shows everybody that's on your list and how much ahead they are exactly of you, in case you're actually racing with your friends to see who can actually get more achievements faster. So as for me, I'm at 39 down on the bottom there, and it shows I've only gained 50. But like I said, it's just been a leisure month for me for actually trying to get achievements done. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we will talk to you guys soon and have more content out for you. So bye for now.